Hi everyone, my name is Maria and I am the Green Stitcher here on Flosstube and over on Instagram. And today I am making my last start in Maynia 2024. I have started 4 designs so far. I've given each of them a week to stitch on and I have posted 4 videos so far. There's a playlist that I'll attach here now if you want to watch them all if you haven't seen them before. Thank you for coming back if you're a returning viewer, and welcome if you're new. I hope you'll enjoy this video and others on my channel. This month I'm doing something slightly different and stitching on new designs, not stitching on any of my other whips, only working on starts, doing different styles, fabrics, designers, materials, and I'll be back to my normal schedule of stitching whatever I want, whenever I want in June. And then I'll be posting my regular monthly updates at the end of each month, usually about on the 30th of each month. And I'm also releasing other videos in the upcoming weeks, so subscribe and switch on the bell for notifications if you want to see more. And I'm grateful for any comments and suggestions and encouragements down below, so that would be fantastic, thank you. So what I'm doing today is, and I was debating if I should be making another start before I started and planned my Maynia, and I've decided that I couldn't have gotten away with Maynia with just 4 because I mean there was too many designs I wanted to stitch in the first place, but I had purchased a few owl forest designs in, I think it was last year, probably autumn sometime, possibly for my birthday in November. And I really wanted to start at least one of them this year. Definitely not finished. They're a bit on the medium bigger side, I would say. With everything else going on, maybe I'll be able to finish it, maybe not, we'll see. But at least I wanted to start one and have one owl forest on the go. I do love the brand, I do love the designs. I have finished, completely finished one of them before, which I think I've shown in the favorite videos I've ever done, in the favorite designs I've ever stitched here, if you haven't seen it before. So it was the King Thistle design that I had as a kit. And I have another kit in my stash, which is the blueberry one, and I bought a few, I'll call them sets, not kits, last year, where I had purchased a set of threads, a set of floss for specific designs, and through my friend back in Belarus, and then I purchased digital patterns from Owl Forest website, so I think it's owlforest.co.uk. So I've decided I need to start one of them, and obviously it had to be one to do with Japan. So if you know anything about me, you know that I love Japan, its culture, the language, the food, the traditions, all the things. And I had my sister lives in Japan, very jealous. I haven't visited yet, but I'm planning to do in the near future. I have a few designs that I have stitched to do with Japan. I have one going on at the moment, and I'm having another start. So the one I decided to start was the garden carps, and they are absolutely beautiful fish with lily pads and lanterns and trees, bonsai trees, and a what's it called, a beautiful bridge and a temple at the top. So it's this lovely Japanese sampler in my absolute favorite colors. So there's olive green and reds. Well, I do love more like wine reds, but coral reds look really nice too. This one also has a lot of long stitch besides having regular cross stitches, which I'm really excited to try. I also have the cranes from the same series of designs in my stash. However, I had just stitched a crane, a Japanese crane design in, I think, January, February, beginning of the year, by a different designer. So I thought if I'm starting another one to do with Japan, I should start the fish. So really excited to work on it. I'm not sure what it calls for fabric wise. but I have decided to start it on my favorite fabric ever, which is Witchel 32 count, and this is Water Lily. And it's a beautiful light green. I'm stitching my 12 Days of Christmas by Stony Creek on it as well. And as you can see, this is going to be a bottom middle start. I've left very little margin for myself, not intentionally, but because the fat quarter that I had of this fabric perfectly split between the 12 Days of Christmas piece, and the leftover piece was perfect for this design. I will have no problem framing it this way because I'm framing all of my pieces myself. I have sewn myself an Owl Forest bag, which is green, obviously. So I've bought this lovely fabric with owls, fell in love, couldn't hold from buying it. And I've put this mottled brown fabric inside and tried to imitate trees with my quilting. And I've decided this is going to be my Owl Forest bag, and any project by Owl Forest Embroidery will live in here, and I'll probably just have one on the go, as I do with Say Mirabilias. So I've just printed the preview and putting it back in here, and then I want to show you the absolutely gorgeous colors that this design is going to be using. So the variegated greens, they are not just green lighter and darker, they also have some brown shades in there. You have some white. I think the white is not variegated actually, and I'll be able to stitch as I quite like the just full rows. And then with other colors I'll be closing every cross as I go. I'm just looking at the gray. I think I might have to have a closer look at these and see if there is any variegation or not, and then stitch, you know, accordingly. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 colors, and there's 2 skeins of white. I think they will look just absolutely perfect on this fabric. I'm sure they've used something similar, if not literally the same fabric, for the preview. So this one is not mottled, doesn't have any variegation, it's just the standard Witchelled Water Lily, like I said, in 32 count. So I am starting it today, is the 29th of May. Again, I'm super quickly filming before I get to work, and I will be stitching on it for a week as well. So I am stealing a few days of June for my Maynia. I just wanted to give all of my starts an equal number of days, but also have like some structure to my month, so I can film a bit easier and edit things and post on certain days. So 7 days on each instead of 6, which would have made sense, but it's fine. That was the plan. So I'll be making the start tonight when I'm free, and working on this for the next week. I'm hoping that I will stop starting additional things and just stitch on this design, or at least if I want to stitch on anything else, I will work on either the Mirabilia that I started with start number 3, or the ship in a bottle that I started with start number 4 last week. So yeah, I'm really excited. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun working on this. I think it's going to turn out absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait to start working on it. It's only 11,000 stitches-ish in this design, so shouldn't take too long, and I'm hoping with fewer colors it will go a bit faster and I might make some nice progress. So I think last start I did was like 2,000 stitches in a week plus something else on a smaller design. So like I said, 2,000 sounds like a great plan, and yeah, I'll do my best to stick just to one design, and I think I might try to dedicate all of the time this week just to this design. I will do, as always, little videos throughout the week to show you my progress, to talk you through any first impressions. Oh, and if I haven't said it, and I know they sometimes vary in color, I have the Owl Forest threads based on DMC, and I have used the other ones. So the other brand that Owl Forest use is a Russian brand of cotton embroidery threads. They are made in St. Petersburg. They use, as far as I know, a slightly different technology to making them, so they turn out to be slightly less shiny and more like papery. And I have stitched with those threads before on other projects, not on Owl Forest. and they're fine, and they're like 100% cotton, but I'm not a big fan, and I do love my DMC, so I've splurged on the DMC sets for all of these, and my set comes with, I'll have to have a look in the other ones. My set comes with the bobbins without any holes in them, so I think I'm going to use a hole punch and put those onto the bobbins like floss drops once I start, with each of the colors. Yeah. Or maybe I should get my own, like, Owl Forest floss drops from the same. So Kat, again, I'll put the name in the description. I really love her needle minders and her acrylic organizers and things. She has lovely bobbins as well of different types. So I'm thinking maybe I can get a set of floss drops. Well, never mind, that's a different story altogether. So I'm going to make my start today. Hope that you're excited to see how far I'll get with this one, and I'll see you soon. Morning, guys. Today is Saturday, June 1st. And no matter that May is over, I'm still going ahead with my last start and making progress on it. And again, had another busy week, not much time for stitching this time, but I had the best time working on the garden carps by Owl Forest. So like I said to you in the video with the intro, I made a bottom center start, and it was quite nice and easy here to sort of count off and fill in quite a few bits of the bottom of the design. I'm, as always, lost for scissors to show you things with. That's fine. You'll be able to see it by yourself. So I've used almost all of the colors at this point. And let me just try and give you some close-ups. So the colors are so beautiful. This mossy green, almost like turning into a brown. The gray looks perfect. The corally pink as well. And then this dusty pink, rosy pink is just beautiful. I'm not big into pinks, but these two just look so fantastic. And then I've started one of the little bonsai trees. And again, there's this darker green going into brown. Had a wonderful time stitching on it. Just remembered how enjoyable Owl Forest designs are for me. And I had just such a good relaxing time. Have a needle minder I got on Etsy a few years ago. It's just an enamel pin sort of needle minder with a cat drinking matcha. And I will show you the colors as well, because I really like them just a bit closer up, because I feel like when they are, twisted like this in a, what's it called, bundle skein thing, Hank, yeah. You can't see the variegation very well, but then once you unwind them, and so if you haven't stitched with Owl Forest, this is a whole skein of DMC, so 8 meters with 6 strands, and then when you unwind it, you end up, having to cut to the length that you like. I cut mine pretty short. I'll show you. So this is all, I would say it's probably about maybe 50 centimeters if you unfold one whole strand. But because you stitch with 2 next to each other, you can't do a loop method, that makes sense to me. And so Owl Forest have 4-digit numbers starting with a 3 or a 2, and 3 is for DMC based ones and 2 is for the other brand based ones, cotton as well, but a bit worse quality than DMC. So mine are all DMC based, and I'm just writing down the number itself without the first digit. And I don't bobbinate my threads, and so I make a sort of a floss drop. I should probably get a punch hole that makes a bigger hole than just a small one, because as you can see, it's quite hard to pull all of the 8 meters through it. So the colors are just absolutely gorgeous. The variegation on them is just delicious, just so enjoyable to work with. The only complaint I'll have, and I mean I can totally solve it by either probably using a thread conditioner or literally ironing the threads, is that they become like curly, as you can see after you've unwound the skein from this. So you get a skein with this bobbin, and as you can see, you can bobinate, so you can still see the number, but I prefer to put the number up here and then make a hole down here. I've also decided to use one of my organizers from Stash. I ran out of my favorite plastic ones for needles and threads, and so I had this one, which quite rightly fits, I would say. It's a wooden organizer from Amazon. I haven't stained or done anything to it yet, and it's for 8 colors, and I just put a couple lengths of each color on here. And then for the back, and this looks a bit Frankenstein-y, so not ideal, but it works. So I have quite a few of these thin magnets that I'm not using for needle minders because they're a bit too weak for that, and it's perfect for sort of making a thread and needle organizer. And so this works out really well. So I think, how many days have I stitched on it? 3 days now, right? Like I said, not too much progress. I think I've reached around 700 stitches so far. I haven't worked on anything else, and I doubt that I will until Wednesday. So I think I might be able to make a bit more progress over the weekend. I really enjoy, like I said, I really enjoy working on it. The colors are beautiful. It's my favorite linen. The color of the linen is really nice. I hope you can see that it's like a nice light green. And yeah, really enjoying it. Really glad that I have another one from this series in my stash. And I've actually, me and my friend have placed an order with Owl Forest I have a few designs from their book that recently got released that I want to stitch, and I ordered a couple sets of threads for those designs. So those will be with me at some point in the next few months, because my friend will be sending them to me from Belarus. But yeah, I'll try and do another sort of close-up so you can see the variegation. My crosses are not as neat with closing every cross as they could be when I stitch, in horizontal rows, but still they look quite nice, I think. So really enjoyable working on this, and I'm hoping to show you some more progress after the weekend. Hi you guys, here we are on another Wednesday, and this is going to be the last piece of the last individual video for Maynia 2024. And as you've seen, I have been happily stitching on the Garden Carps by Owl Forest Embroidery. Like I said, I had a set of threads based on DMC, and then I bought the electronic pattern from their English website, and it lived in this lovely Owl Forest bag that I'm going to use for all of my Owl Forest going forward. And I have had the best time working on this design. I managed to work on it every single day of the last week, at least for a bit, at least for a few tens of stitches, if not a couple hundred. I will be honest with you, I did start something else as well, but that was in June already and not as part of my Maynia plans. So that design I'll be sharing with you later in the month in the June update. Today we're finishing up the video that's all about the Owl Forest design. So I've this is how my bag looks like at the moment. And so what I do is, like I showed, I take these pretty skeins that they send all lovely and wound up, and I unwind them and cut them up into these quite short lengths, but it does work for me. And I've engineered myself a thread and needle organizer out of this one from Amazon, by just gluing some magnets on the back. It doesn't hold very well, I'll be honest with you. It was a sort of quick solution for not having enough of my favorite needle and thread organizers, but it works quite well. And so I think the white one is actually not variegated. I think I haven't said that to you in the video yet. So let me show you my progress in the last couple of days and what I ended up sort of stopping on. I need my preview for that as well. Yep. Okay, so I managed to get to here in this week. And probably the last section you haven't seen is I have done all of these long stitches, finished both bonsai trees, and then did the row of I think these are water lily leaves. So I had, like I said, the best time stitching on this. And I'll say again, if I haven't before, I'm stitching this on 32 count Witchet linen in the color Water Lily, and it's a light green, one of my favorite colors to stitch on in general. And so what I was going to say is these sort of ornament or patterns, whatever you call them, are stitched with 2 strands of white as the designer suggests. And instead of doing that, I have swapped that piece for B5200 pearl size 12 by DMC. I did color match them, and the white that's in the kit matches the B5200, not the white. B5200. I hate this number. I always mix it up and either put the word 100 too many times, or so yeah, it's if you haven't sort of used these before, size 12 pearl cotton is about twice as thick as one strand of regular embroidery floss. So if you want to substitute backstitch, or like in this case it's almost like black work, in 2 strands for 1 strand, so it just lays nicer. I quite like doing this. But then these sort of, I think they're either clouds or maybe like symbolizing mist or something. These I stitched with 1 strand, and then this again I stitched with the same B5200 white by pearl cotton number 12 by DMC. So that's where I got to. I have got to almost 1600 stitches here, which was really great. The only thing I wasn't like super happy about is, so this border, let me show you on the preview. I really wanted to finish this border with the lily pads here. So I've done all of the stems and the leaves, and I'm missing the last sort of line of them, and then a bit of pink and white in the flowers. So I probably just needed another day, or not to get distracted and make another start in the middle of this. But still, it was a lot of fun and so enjoyable to stitch. The threads, the floss from Owl Forest are phenomenal. Just the colors are beautiful. A lot of them are not just variegated shades of the same color, but completely different colors in one floss, which looks amazing, like the brown and green in the leaves of the bonsai trees. It sort of reminded me how much I love stitching on Owl Forest. I've only done one. I can't believe I've only done one, because I love them so much and I have so many designs in my stash and in my wish list. And so I also have, let me actually show you while I've got you here and we're talking Owl Forest. I have got the Owl Forest book that they released, I believe, last year, that has 20 gorgeous designs, and I have a set of threads, at least for one of them, at home, and then another 2 designs that I really badly want to stitch. I got my friend Masha to order me the sets of 2 sets of DMC threads as well from them, and I think I have shown it in my purchases at some point. maybe not, but let me actually check when. I think at some point soon. So my video plan for the next few months has got shifted a little bit because in the middle of doing Maynia, I've decided to make an overall video about all the Maynia starts and progress on them, and that I will be filming either this weekend or maybe in the evening today if I have the time, and that will be releasing next week on June 14th, so watch out for it if you'd like to just watch one video with all the Maynia starts. And that sort of shifted my plans a little bit, and so I think I've had a question or comment under one of the videos asking me to do my cross-stitch book flip-throughs, and I would happily film that. I think I'm not going to be able to do it anytime soon because I have already filmed videos that are coming out in the next couple of months, like I said. So this will probably be more like, sorry, I have a hair stuck in my lipstick. It will be coming out like August or September time if you are interested and you want to see. So not just this one, I mean I have quite a few cross-stitch books, so that's going to be a nice long episode. So yeah, let me show you again. Absolutely loved working on it. It was such an enjoyable stitch, so relaxing, so soothing. Again, life has been lifing. Last week has been a bit manic with my work, with my husband's work and other things, so it's good to have cross stitch to come back to and, you know, just sit down, relax, forget about everything else for a bit, and then just do a bit of stitching. So I am really excited to be working on this one. Again, it's my favorite colors, my favorite theme because it's Japan. It's my favorite fabric and my favorite color as well. So all the stars have aligned, and this makes sense that it's such an enjoyable stitch for me. So I don't really want to put it aside. Let me have a quick look how much I have left. So I've done about 1,500 stitches as I said. I got to 14%, which is great, and I have 9.5, almost 1,000 stitches left to do, and I'm hoping to not put it aside and sort of go on making progress bit by bit every month, hopefully, and then have it finished sometime soon. I really, like I said, really enjoy it. I have what's it called? A companion piece to it with the cranes. I'll insert the picture now. And then I've also, like I said, I've ordered more sets and I have more in my stash, so definitely will be working on more owl forest. Also, just a quick tip if you didn't know and you have heard about Cross Stitch Saga and are trying to get into working with Cross Stitch Saga, if you buy owl forest embroidery patterns either on their Etsy shop or on their English website, I think it's just owlforest.co.uk. I'll leave the link to the English website below if you want to have a look. You can get digital pattern option for Cross Stitch Saga. So they have a little bit of a how-to on the website, I believe, but basically when you make the purchase and you get the download with the PDF pattern, if you open it in Adobe, it shows you that there is an attachment to the file, and if you download that attachment, so you get the .saga file that you can upload into your Cross Stitch Saga app, and you can do it through Dropbox, I think, or maybe through email address as well. Yeah, so really happy with my progress on my owl forest. Like I said, we'll go on stitching on it, and I will, like I said, I will film the video with all of the Maynia starts, with all of the Maynia progress. Again, just doing a quick overview of all of them. If you have watched each video individually, I probably won't say anything new to that in the video with all of them, but it's probably more for someone who doesn't want to watch hour-long video about every individual start and just wants to watch the overview of all of them. I'll probably talk more about my overall impressions and feelings and plans regarding Maynia, and how sort of what am I getting out of it this year, and what my plans are for next year with it, if I'm going to do anything. So if you're interested in that, then I'll see you very soon on June 14th. And then let me just do the announcement as well while I'm here. And then on June 22nd, I have filmed and already uploaded, it's just waiting to go live, a video about top 10 of my favorite FFOs, where I show 10 designs that I have stitched throughout the 9 years of my time cross-stitching, and that I love very dearly, and that I'm really proud of the way they got FFO'd. There will be things that are framed and FFO'd otherwise, and I'm hoping that you will like that video and see something interesting. So very exciting stuff. Really glad to be back. So today is, like I said, Wednesday the 5th, which means I have completely finished Maynia last night. And today is when freedom starts and I can stitch in whatever the hell I want. And so I'm going to just pick one of the designs from my regular whips that I haven't touched for a while, I think. Make some nice progress, and then just see how the month goes. I'll be seeing you very, very soon in the videos that I announced, and also at the end of June in the June update with all of my cross-stitching done this month. So I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you enjoyed my Maynia starts. I'll see you very soon. Thank you so much for watching. See you later. Bye.